when I say tomboy, I think, all my gang of friends call me, ये तो लड़का है ये ग्रुप का, इसके सामने कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं. I do want to have that balance of, doing the नाच गाना and the commercial popcorn entertainer, because that's film masala.
Hi everyone, welcome to midday.com's Flashback with the Stars, and we are back with another exciting episode. Our guest today is smart, successful and great at what she does. Hi Rakul.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you? It's
Very good.
Pretty hectic, I'm sure.
I love it hectic.
But let's talk about your childhood. So you come from an army background.
That's right.
And you've traveled a lot, experienced different cultures. So how has that shaped you into the person you are today?
I think I don't know another way. I've always been on the go ever since I was born, changed 10 schools, grew up in different parts of the country, explored and understood different cultures. So I think that's who I am, and organically that has shaped into, the person that shaped me into the person that I am today. So it's thanks to my father that all that exposure, I think, just made me more adaptable to different places, and I think that's the best for an actor, because you are anyways traveling, so you don't get travel sick, you don't get homesick, because you're just used to it.
True, true. I'm sure your dad is your hero,
Yeah.
but your mom, of course, is a strong woman as well.
Yeah.
Being an army wife is not easy, as we know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen her being the backbone of the family, raising 2 kids.
Yeah.
So what was that influence on you?
Absolutely rightly said. I think any army officer's family, the big credit goes to the wife, because in today's day and age, we are so dependable upon, imagine, phone calls and saying that being in touch with people through phone or through WhatsApps. But at that time, there were no phones. So to not know where your husband is and to not know how he is doing, especially when dad was on border areas, and no access to phone calls, getting a call once in 3-4 days, writing letters to each other. I think it's just so beautiful. And to actually be a parent so strong that you are fulfilling the role of a father and a mother at the same time when your father's away, I think the biggest credit goes to my mom for keeping the family together and teaching us everything that she did. And she used to, we were the center of her universe, like every mother's kids are, and she would take us everywhere. For every class that we went to, she would just keep us busy, and whether it's some sports or swimming or golf or tennis or wherever, but just make sure that we are occupied and we're using our energies the right way. And I remember my mom's favorite pastime used to be video recording us, because dad was missing out on our growing up years, especially when he was away. So she would keep video recording us, whether it's my brother's fights or us dancing or singing terribly badly. So today when we see it, I think that strength is unparalleled. And today when I look at it, I don't think we're as a generation made like that, to take up so much responsibility and to deliver it so efficiently.
Like you said, you were into sports, quite a tomboy, but then you became a Miss India and of course films. So how did that journey happen? That's quite a change.
When I say tomboy, I think, all my gang of friends call me, ये तो लड़का है ये ग्रुप का, इसके सामने कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं. So I am that person, but and I was, and then it was my mother who actually said, you are tall and confident and you should try Miss India, because that was the only thing we knew. And then it's just been a journey of exploring and learning and getting to know that side of the showbiz and growing with it, and it's been a beautiful journey.
And from not wanting to do films to become a huge success in the South,
No, it wasn't not wanting to do films. It was just not aware that I wanted to do films.
True. Yeah, but then how did you realize that you are really good at this and this is what you should do?
I don't think I realized I'm good. I think I enjoyed the first experience. I really enjoyed the first experience, the first brush with camera, and I thought, wow, this is something which is exciting and I would love to give it a proper try. And that's when I finished my education. I was studying mathematics in college. So I finished that, and then I moved to Bombay to pursue films properly.
Of course, when you did your Hindi film debut, which was Yarya, you were already a star in the South.
I finished shooting for Yarya, and 2 days after I finished shooting for it is when I started shooting for my first film in Telugu. which released before Yarya released.
Yeah, but what convinced you about Yarya? Because it was a new team and Divya also was a new director.
And
back
so was
then.
I was all of 20. I was a new child on the block, and I thought it's a great production house to be associated with. I knew that it'll have great music, and and all you need is a good platform to be visible. And at that point, I felt that was great, and just did the film.
And from there, today you have 5 releases that you're looking up to. And of course, you've just had Attack, and now you have Runway 34 as well. So how do you balance all these different kind of roles? Each one is so different from the other.
Well, I love it. It's just, see, it's not that all the films were shot simultaneously. You shoot one, then you go to the other, then you go to the other. But it's just so happened that they'll release in such a, in the same year. So it feels like it's been back to back, but it's the last 2 years of hard work which is now finally coming to theatres. I love it. I think an actor's job is to dabble with different roles and to be a different person with each film, and that's what challenges us and keeps pushing us.
Yeah, and how did you deal with the pandemic, like for a creative person like you who's used to being so busy all the time?
It was, I have to accept that the first lockdown was the first break of my life. And I was like, wow, and I suddenly realized that my longest vacation was 7 days. And suddenly there was a 3-month wait at home. But I think it was good in retrospect. I just feel that the pandemic put a lot of things into the right perspective in terms of what really matters in life. It's the well-being of your loved ones. It's being in gratitude for what you have. We were still so blessed to be under a home, to have the food that we wanted. There were so many people who were struggling with so much more that I don't think anything that we thought is not going our way stood ground in front of what people were facing.
And of course, your films are a good balance between the commercial pot boilers, and of course, you have films with a message like Dr. G and Chhatriwali. Was that something also that, conscious decision to kind of do both sorts of films at the same time?
I think somewhere I do want to strike that balance. I do want to have that balance of, doing the Nach Gana and the commercial popcorn entertainer, because that's film masala. And at the same time doing films where, through a light-hearted way, you are talking about things that need to be spoken about. And I think I would love to keep striving that balance. I want to do this and that because there's an audience for everything.
Like you said, you don't come from a film background, so I'm sure you had your own challenges that you had to learn on your journey. Yeah. So anything that you would like to share, how did you learn the ways of the industry and just settle in?
I don't think there's any shortcut to learning the ways of the industry. There's no formula to it. All that I'll say is that it's the belief in yourself, and it's constant effort that goes every day. You can't sit back even a single day, or at least I couldn't, and take it easy. Because if you have that drive in you and that passion in you, that go-getter attitude, you got to be at it. You got to be unbreakable, uncrushable, and just keep working towards being a better person, being a better version of yourself, improving at your craft, be open to learning. I think people see your discipline, your dedication, and that's what creates opportunities for you. So I feel that if you give it out in the universe and just keep working at it, it'll happen.
And being successful at such a young age, how do you keep yourself grounded? How do you not let it get to you?
I mean, the more the reason I feel you should be grounded and be in gratitude, because I don't understand why would people have ego or be arrogant. I really don't understand that. I feel that if God has been kind to you and the universe is kind to you and given you what you want, because there's so many people who desire a lot of things. And if you're the chosen one who is getting to live your dream, then the more reason you should be like, thank you God, I'm going to be really nice and not fly. And I think it's very important to also have the right set of people around you, whether it's your family or your friends specifically, who are your grounding factor. Because if these people around you are affected by your stardom, then your reality can get altered. I have a non-filmy gang of friends, and my parents are completely, very big critics of how I am as a person and as an actor. And I think those are my grounding factors.
And when you do get some time, from all these hectic schedules, how do you love to spend it? Like a normal day in your life with friends?
A normal day in my life would be still doing a lot of things. So people around me are like, Rakul, can you stop being a timetable for once? Because on that free day, I want to do 10 things that I wouldn't have had the time for otherwise. So my younger brother, I would always say, Aman, let's get up at 7 and go for a jog, and then we'll have breakfast, and then we'll go for a movie, and then he's like, why are you making a schedule for a free day? Wake up when you have to wake up, na. But I want to do 10 things in that free day. So I love to do a lot of outdoor stuff. I love to play golf. I love to watch movies, eat at different places.
And finally, of course, you also put your personal life out in a very dignified way without any speculation before it even started. So was that also like a conscious decision? And but you still keep the focus on your work. That's not something you kind of take away. So
I don't understand why is there so much conversation about anybody's personal life. I think it's a natural human thing, human progression, that you and we're similar people. I mean, you have parents, you have friends, you have siblings, and you have a partner in life. That is as normal. That's the only normal for every human being on this planet. So I don't understand why does one have to hide it. We're of the opinion that respect should be given in a relationship. And do I want to make it a talking point? No. It's a normal in my life, and I wanted to speak about it when I spoke about it. And whenever there is anything else to speak about, I will. It's as normal as Aman is my sibling, and and I have a partner, and it's a matter of fact.
if there's anything about Runway 34, you'd like to tell your audience, like what do they look forward to really?
I'd like to say that Runway is a very new film. I don't think a film like this has been seen in the Indian film industry, and it's based on true events, and it's got some great performances by Ajay sir and Amit ji and Boman sir and everyone in the film. So it's a very honest attempt to creating something new, and I really hope that people like it.
It was lovely having you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
and
you.
Best of luck for all your films.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.